Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. We should be going live now. Everybody can see me. And I'm holding a hurdy-gurdy. If if people can see. Hope it's a little small because the just the way the webcam works, but we're doing the music stream. We're doing the music stream today. And yeah. Wait, is my audio working? Yeah, my audio should be coming through. So yeah, we got the hurdy-gurdy. The main theme, we can do that. Yep. Yeah, so, I'm gonna start off just, with a couple announcements. I think everybody's here from GP anyway, so I think they already know this, but if you don't know, we released GP Direct, so if you haven't seen it, A Short Odyssey is in the showcase. Just look up GP Direct 2025. You will see a fantastic showcase with a ton of games, including A Short Odyssey in it. And we also, as part of that, obviously I released a trailer, which is on my channel, so you can watch that. Hi, Mom. And hey, Cesar. You can, yeah, you can like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell. Don't forget. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, and check out GP Direct as well. But today, we're doing the music stream. We are right here. Let me see if I can play the game with a hurdy-gurdy on me. But we're right here in the pirate camp. Now, if I turn on the music, you can hear there's music. Now, there's a lot of places in the game. So, like, if we keep going this way, as the sun's setting, we're gonna get to the area that I called the West Beach, you know, because it's the west. It's the beach on the western side. Yeah, share as well, Tutu, yeah. And so the West Beach is sort of like a more desolate place than the beginning beach, which has sort of a chill bossa nova vibe. But this kind of, I want to be more melancholic and sad. Because Bjorn was telling me that I need to differentiate the two sides of the island, because apparently this is a thing that islands do, which is where they have like a rainy side and then a dry side. This is the dry side. This is the dry side. Needs a Weissbier growler. This is where the seagulls fly under. I don't think they're flying under the beach. I think you're just seeing the shadow. But, you know. I need a Weissbier growler. Well, it is 2 p.m. here in Toronto. It's a little bit early, but maybe I'll do a later stream and I will be drinking a nice Weissbier. But but yeah, so the West Beach is going to have a new theme. We're going to start writing that today. And before we do that, I'm just going to show you a couple things that I have ready to go. I'm going to make my... can I make myself a little bit bigger here? 1 second. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So, here we have the hurdy-gurdy. I have a couple instruments just off camera that I'm gonna be pulling out. Too late for coffee, too early for beer. Yeah, sadly so. I don't think there's a... I just have water, that's it. But, yeah, this is a hurdy-gurdy. It's sort of a old-timey instrument, perfect for the era of sail, the age of sail, with pirates and things like that. Short Odysseys roughly are on the 1600s. It's not exact because it's like, it's a fantasy game, but like, this is an instrument that you play by cranking it, and it's actually like over 1,000 years. Not this particular one. This one I built from a kit. I got this from the Netherlands. Shout out to Nerdy Gurdy. If you want your own hurdy-gurdy, you can look them up and they can hook you up with one of these. It's a little expensive, but it's absolutely the cheapest you're gonna spend on a hurdy-gurdy that is decent. So, hurdy-gurdy, that's one instrument we're gonna use. We also got a mandolin here, which we're gonna use. This is sort of I don't know. It's if you're not familiar with the mandolin, it's just like a tiny guitar with double strings. It's tuned like a violin, but it's anyway. We'll hopefully be putting some of that on the track, and then just guitar, because you know that's the instrument that I've played with the most of my life. But so with that, why don't we get right into working on the track? So let's quit out of the game. There's gonna be a lot of isn't that the little knife you use to chop herbs? That's also called a mandolin. I don't know why. I don't know why they're related, but you know, mandolin strings can also be sharp and give you cuts sometimes if you're not careful. So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna open Reaper, which is my DAW of choice. White IDE. Yes, I use light mode. Come at me. Like I'm gonna die on that hill. You can play it with a string. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Reaper is my DAW of choice. You will see I've also not paid for Reaper. I should really do that. I've gotten like a decade of use out of this program and still have not paid for it. But yes, Sarah, light mode is best mode. And you should always use the light theme IDE. I'm sorry, Cyber Reality, but that's I think you can handle it. I think you can handle that I use the light mode IDE, but let's move on. So I was a little nervous today, so I did actually cop out a little bit, but like I was originally intending to start with an empty Reaper session, but I was like, what if I don't come up with anything to write? So I actually I made a little melody earlier, just to give myself something to start with, and then we're gonna build on that and create an entire track. So sticking with the sort of melancholy vibe, we just have this little piano thing that we're gonna expand. Can everybody hear that? Is the audio is the audio working okay? Like there's some messy routing that I had to do to make this work with Reaper. You can hear the piano? Okay, cool. Audio is crisp and working. Fantastic. Okay. So, we're going to get right into this. The double monitors is going to be a challenge, but we're going to figure this out. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this track and... what do you do? Okay, I'm going to duplicate this track and then mute this one. Just because I want to keep that old one around just in case. But... let's get right into here. We're going to expand the harmony. Oh my god. I've just been working in DaVinci Resolve for like a couple of weeks doing GP Direct, and now like my hotkeys for like zooming and everything is all messed up compared to Reaper, which uses different keys. Of course it does. But let's turn on the loop function here. Wait, I gotta actually select the range. Okay. This. Let's see what. Sorry, I'm just moving around, trying to build out some chords here. That'll give me the base of the track, and then I can add some more touches. Because we have the basic melody. So this is in the A harmonic minor key. It's just a little bit more dramatic than A minor, but it's so let's just try. Okay, that's good. All right, there we go. That's our basic bass here. All right, so let's just loop this twice. And then we're gonna add a variation. So the second time it's gonna change. And it's gonna change this last chord here. It's something more. Actually, this is kind of nice. It's a little bit more mysterious. But we need to change this leading note here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so the second time it's gonna sound, but I think we also gonna need to change this. When it sounds like that. This guy's also doesn't sound right to me, so. Okay, I'm actually gonna split this here. What is that? Split item. It's S. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I haven't used Reaper in a couple weeks. But okay, there we go. There's some basic beginnings here. We are gonna add some strings now. Okay, so we're gonna use a plugin that I'm used a lot on the soundtrack, which is BBC Symphony Orchestra, which this is not sponsored, and I'm not even using the paid version. This is the free version of this plugin. It's a very good plugin if you're interested in doing any kind of orchestra stuff whatsoever. You know, it's absolutely free, so look it up. So I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna literally just leave in the root notes here. Okay, very foreboding. Maybe too foreboding, but we'll find out. Yeah, I think that note in there is a little bit too spooky. So we're just gonna... Okay, split that. We're just gonna add a little chord here. But more quiet than that. This is the one issue sort of with plugins that are sample based, is that when you do like a long sustain note here, it sounds very computery because it's like, it's a sample of like, there's no variation. There's no like, normally when somebody like holds out a note really long, they like, they add some emotion to it, like some you know, vibrato or something, and like you can do that in here. There's like ways it can be done, but You just kind of get that all for free when you get a regular person playing it. But, you know, it's the way she goes. I'm gonna split that one too. Change. What's this one too? Alright. I need that one. Alright, so we're gonna pull out the mandolin here, and we're gonna do some extra work here on that. All right. So we're just gonna use this microphone here, the one that I'm talking into, because doing this properly on stream is gonna be a little annoying, and I can always re-record this this part later if I need to. All right. So, insert new track. We got our mandolin track. Mic one. Oh, it's... let's turn off the monitoring. Testing. Okay, there we go. It's not echoing anymore. Let's try playing. Just do the first part here. Let's try doing this. See if we can get a clean recording here. Oh, wait. Whoopsies. Yep. All right. So. first one here. Let's get rid of these extra. Take selector. Take crop text. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I like that one so much. Let's try that again. All right. 1 second. You actually I gotta turn on a metronome, because when the piano goes away, I can't really feel the time anymore, because it's a bunch of slow chords. But let's turn on the metronome. Where's the metronome enabled? Okay. All right, that's. All right, it's I was being a little bit fast, but we're just, because we're on stream, we're just gonna adjust the timing right in the computer. All right. Let's add some kind of percussion, I think. All right. All right. What are we gonna add? Use a VST plugin here. Conga's gonna work? It's a beach theme, so it could be. What was the oh, I got it. I can never remember what MIDI input congas are set to. We're gonna find it. 1 second. There we go. All right. Actually, let's just lay it out with the piano roll. All right. Let's copy that. You gotta turn snapping back on. There we go. Where's my... What happened there? Just gonna start by putting it on all the downbeats. getting some stray audio coming in. And then we'll put a one on the offbeat there. All right, now my timing isn't working. That I recorded with the Mando, but we're gonna. I might just re-record that actually. What was that? That was like. All right. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, when you're doing it live on stream, things go wrong and you fuck up a lot. That's actually something different, but let's hear if this works actually. Actually, that's better. I think that's just a better. I'm wondering if there's latency, and that's what's making me go off here because of the stream. Because it seems like it's literally off by just the same amount every time. It could just be that I'm rushing because I'm nervous, but you know how it is. Let's get that one more time. Okay. Alright, I think there might actually be. Alright, that'll have to do for now. One second. Yeah, this guy's also losing time a little bit. Can we just sort of average a shot? Yeah, I'm gonna redo that one as well. So that one goes like. Yeah, that one's also... It's kind of hard to tell how much I'm screwing up just because of the stream and how much I'm screwing up just because, you know, I'm screwing up. But you know, this is a learning experience. We will have. We do actually have a track coming together though. All right, so. Let's Okay, this is our bass track right here. I have a shaker here. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but just messing around. Okay. We're gonna do the trick to make this sound 100 times better. We're gonna add some reverb, which I should have added earlier, to be honest. Because a lot of times when you're using like VSTs and like computer instruments, it can sound kind of fake because it's not like in a room together, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's the same thing even if you record like real people, but they're not in the same room. Adding a little bit of reverb helps like just bring it together. So we're gonna add a new track. We're gonna give it an effect. Actually, we're going to make sure to name this track Reverb. And we're going to, all plugins, Reverbate. I think that's the one I want. No, I want Reverb, not... One second. The plugins are sometimes confusingly named, but we can get it. Oh, I just added the same one. God damn it. All right. Add effects. Reverb. This is a convolution reverb. So we need to add a... We're just going to use a preset. Okay. So in order for us to hear reverb, we need to add effects sends to this channel, the reverb channel, so that we can sort of mix them all together. Okay, so this guy's gonna send to reverb. This guy's gonna send to reverb, and we're gonna adjust the levels in a second. So that's way too much reverb here. But the mandolin definitely needs reverb. So I'm just gonna name this track Mandolin. We're gonna add a send to reverb, and then here we go. Oh, we're also getting my voice in there because it's using the stream microphone. So let's just trim that off a bit so we don't hear that. Too much reverb in there. And we're also going to add a compressor in here. Because, the 4-to-1, yeah. That's just going to kind of even out my playing level, sort of, so that it's not bouncing around in the mix too much. It just helps it sound a little bit nicer. And we're going to add the strings as well to the reverb. All right. Strings. reverb. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not in love with this chord here. Let's tweak that one. All right. That's better. All right. Cool. Wait, why is that so loud? Is this one... The piano is just too loud. Oh, I see what's happening. Somehow that got messed up. Okay. Why is that? Okay, we're gonna fix that by gluing that and then deleting this crap. It was doing a double trigger, I'm not exactly sure why. Also, this is double triggering right at the beginning, I don't know why. Glue? I think I might have accidentally deleted some, but it's okay. Cool. So, that's our basic. Will you insert the music in the game so we can hear it with the images in the stream? Yes, I'm gonna do that actually shortly. We just need to fix a couple things, and then we will be adding the music right into the game. We can do that quite quickly. Alright, so... Alright, just the basic. Okay, so we're going to quickly add the very worst B section that we can. Which is literally just the same thing, but with a key change. Because that's how much of a hack I am. Alright, so we're gonna just... move this up a whole step. Move a whole step. That's fine, because that's unpitched. Once again, Control A. Wait, one whole step. The mandolin's not pitched up a whole step because it's me playing. But we can re-record that, or we can just get rid of the mandolin for now, and we'll put it back later. Alright. Did that go up? No, It didn't. Wait, what? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and render this real quickly, and then we can get it into the game. Just gonna loop, and then we're gonna see what it sounds like. All right, so option. We're gonna go ahead and render that. We need to use the. This should be 48 kilohertz because all the music in the game is 48 kilohertz. FLAC, that's the format that we use. And then we're gonna change the we're gonna sounds. Call this westbeach.flac. Let's render that. And we're flipping. We're gonna real quickly solve this by adding a. Well, actually, I believe that's the conga, so I think we can just turn the conga down. It's probably too loud anyway. Also, it needs reverb. Let's turn off the metronome here. Metronome, enable, okay, cool. All right, render. Render. Yeah, okay, overwrite. There we go, we got plenty of headroom there. That should be good enough for now. So, let's do the part, okay, Cyber Reality, that's a white IDE, we're back. So, we're going to get it right into the game. This can all be done from the editor, so if we just launch the game here. Okay, so here we have the South Beach music, which is the bossa nova type thing. So, I'm going to show you how music in this game works. Basically, the way I have it set up is that music is location-based. So if we go in the object, the list of objects here, search music. Music, because it's getting mushrooms in there. So, we have location-based music. So basically, you can see all these cylinders, which show, like, the various locations where different pieces of music play. So, if we now, I think we should be able to duplicate one of these and put it on the West Beach. So, let's duplicate this and rename this to West Beach Music. There we go. And let's, where's the camp music? Okay, so it should come in like sort of right over, it should be actually larger than that. So we're going to change the radius. It has these couple different components. It's got a sound trigger and it's got a sound. But we actually need to also change the sound to the sound that we just rendered, which is West Beach. Okay, that's been imported. Save the game. So the trigger, the radius is going to be 151. These usually just decrease by 10 each time, but you know, it's just a rule of thumb because like you need some radius for the audio fade in over. Otherwise, it just hits as soon as you get in the area, which is kind of jarring sometimes. 135. Cool. That should be good. So now if we go in here, let's... Where's Luigi? We can find our player. We can put him right here. Go back to normal camera. And now, let's turn our... Yeah, music is up. So right now here, we should be getting the camp music, right? But if we venture forth this way, we're eventually going to get the West Beach. I actually think this fits pretty well, now that I'm hearing it. I don't know, chat, what do you think? You think it fits, or is it too ominous? Oh, we went to the end of it. We need to actually make this space larger. So let's go back to music here. It should take up a little bit more of the area. Alright, let's get in, frame this up. So I can see, it's rather large, so I need to like zoom out pretty far, but... $150, $170? Is that too big? We'll find out. $180. And that's gonna be 2. Oh wait, that's gonna be 181, I think. All right, and then we look at our camp music, just make sure that's not overlapping. Doesn't appear to be from this angle. I think that'll be fine. All right. Okay, so that's cool. Now, I actually think the bit where we have, like, in the second half, where we don't have mandolin, I think instead of doing it again on the mandolin, what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce a new instrument and play the same piece. Play the same motif, as it were. All right. So, let's insert a new track. Let's probably do violins, I think. Which is gonna be on we're gonna go back to our orchestra. Where is it? There we go. I'm just gonna copy this so I have something to work. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna line up properly. But okay, anyway, it starts here. Sorry, one second. Are we in the right? I think we got to be in the right range. Okay. Yeah, actually, so. What would that be? That would be... So a whole step up would be... So that's... A, G... F sharp, I think. All right. There we go. That's the melody for that part. And then I believe the B part was just that again, but instead of that, it was a step below that. Wait, was it Oh, actually, I think that's... Whoopsies. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. All right, so we have it on the new instrument here, on the violin. We're gonna add a reverb here. Cool. Too much reverb again. Wait, that's not the right one. Alright. So, now, let's render that again. Overwrite. It's back into the game. Got our chill bossa nova music again for the South Beach. Then, go up here. I don't know what it is about the strings, but like something about this particular string plugin reminds me of like SimCity 2000. I don't know why, it just does. Like this note here specifically. Shouldn't it be a bit more energetic? I mean, it is energetic if you go to a different spot, but this is just the mood of this place, you know? It's a very lonely place. And this is because, actually, the audio should really carry over to here. Because this place, we get into the mind of this character, Luca, here. Oh yeah, there's a cat, by the way. But he should definitely have this song playing here. He's a skeleton, yeah. If you've played the game, hopefully you've interacted with him. So where's our music? We can also do like a duplicate of this because like I'm a little bit limited because it's all circles. I need to add like a audio shape that's like a little bit more controllable in like a rectangle of some kind. I don't know, but like circles do for most things. But what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this and put it right on top of Luca's area. It should do it so that we have the whole beach covered. It will fade out somewhere in the middle, but I think we'll be fine. Where's our audio? Oh, because I think because we're already in it, we need to go back and... What, speech music? You not? Yeah, we can fix this later, but... Let's try leaving the game and coming back. I had no idea the skeleton was there, OMG. Yeah, this is a thing that keeps happening. Like, people play the game, and then they explore, like, a quarter of the island, and then, like, they miss, like, a lot of stuff. And I don't know how to fix that yet, except for, like, Well, I think one of the things is there not being any music in a place kind of teaches you, like, I haven't done anything here. So I think having music is going to help a little bit, but it's also kind of hard to explore because there's areas without, there's areas without a lot of stuff in them. But I guess I just need to make more game, you know what I mean? All right, let's go back over here and see. Okay, yeah, so the trigger's working here. I don't know why, I just need to restart the game, but yeah. If there was more obvious, there's... Yes. And I think what, like... back to the music point just for like 1 second. Like, when you go over to a place and there's literally no music in there, yeah, make the entire game right now, sure. When you go to a place and there's like literally no music somewhere, it kind of teaches you that I didn't really spend a lot of time here. But, so like if I go over here, there's like, I'm about to reveal some locations of things, but like, there's this guy here. He's just chilling. Wait, where did surfboard go? I don't know. I must have messed it up. But, you know, I don't think most people have been here. I mean, there's Leviathan over here, and there's this kind of, like, cool area here with the stuff, but there's nothing in between here. So, people probably don't go this way. By the way, I did address some of the walking speed stuff. So now, like, before, when you were going up, like, a slight incline, you actually slowed down a bit. Now you won't slow down until you hit, like, quite a bit of a steeper incline. So, like, if I go up here, I'm not really going to slow down until I hit... Like, I can go up this incline here without too much trouble, and I can still stay the same speed. But, if I try to go much higher than that... like, if I... See, I'm still going at max speed here. And I think that'll help a little bit, just because, like, it's a lot of friction. But, yeah, like, when I get to this peak, now you can see I start to slow down. And in fact, it's going to eventually get so steep that I can't go up at all. But then I go back down, everything's fine. So yeah, I think there's areas where it's hard to tell that there's stuff. But I really don't have a solution for that, other than just making the game. Which is annoying, but, you know, it's just the way way she goes. You know, you gotta make a game. You gotta add shit. So, let's save that. Let's just see, is there something else I can do with the music here? This is the track we made. That's too dramatic here. Actually, that's kind of nice. But it's also too much velocity on that. So, because I drew this with the, just with the piano roll, I'm going to do the absolute dumbest trick in the book. Humanize, just to change the timing and velocity of the notes. It makes it sound a little bit less, shitty. Wait, did that actually do anything? Yeah, it did, but not much. That's also too dramatic here. Just like the velocity of the hits here. Piano's drawing too much attention to itself. might add cellos to this. It needs some, like, low mid-range or something. We'll see. Let's try just adding in a cello. We're just going to copy the violin track for now, but... And we're going to change that to cellos. Where are we? Celli. I'm actually going to copy this. Just the basics. All right. All right. Just move this down. Where was it? It starts on F sharp. Yeah, that's what it was. So let's do a lower F sharp. And then this also. Wait. Which F sharp was this? This was... Yeah. Oh, I changed the wrong one. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I switched these two. That's the right one. So that's just going to add a little bit more. But instead of doing the doubles, I'm just going to do single hits here. That's too low. It's out of the range. Just gonna move it an octave up. Going to, once again, delete all the secondary hits here. Make this a little bit longer. Wait, this is an F sharp 3. Which one was this one? Oh, it's an F sharp 2. It should be lower. Alright. Now this guy's too low, so I'm going to move these guys both up a whole octave. So, now... adds just a little extra layer there. Is it gonna work with the mandolin? Let's find out. So this has got to be moved either up or down, because now we're back in A. Wait, was it? What was I playing? Oh, it was moved. It was moved up a whole step, so I can just move it down a whole step. Okay, so move this guy down another whole step. Adjust the velocity here again. Whoopsies. Actually, what if I actually set these offsets? No, that's not working. That should give us a little bit of depth to our sound. Just makes it a little bit, a more full soundscape. All right, let's render this again. All right, that's done. So, let's get back into the game. I think we can probably work on some areas for improvement in the game, because it was we were just told that there's not much to explore, or there's places that we go to that that don't seem like you can explore them because there's not a lot of stuff. There's empty areas. So obviously this is not an empty area. This is right in the beginning of the game, but if we go past here, assuming we follow the path that I think most players will take, we get to here where we can see Carmen. She's right over there. We keep going this way. Everybody seems to try to head straight for the tower, which I thought I could avoid by making this impassable ravine here. Or it can't be directly passed. So I can go down into the ravine, so I can go climb down here, right? Just added these little rocks. Oopsies. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're down here. We didn't take any damage. But this is like sheer cliff. There's no way we can climb up here. That's a bug. I don't know what's going on there. He's floating for a little bit, but in some cases, I'm not really sure. Alright, so we can't get back up here. We can't, well, we can, but we can't get back to the tower. So the idea was to funnel you back this way. Where you have this, you can check out if you want, but we can. Okay. I think we gotta focus on the barren areas. And the easiest way to fill in an area where there is absolutely nothing is, I don't know if Tutu is still online here, but the easiest way to fill in an empty area is to add trees. Which is what we're going to do. Obviously, you need to add something to do in the trees, but we can figure that much out later. So, what we can do is, here, we're going to create a new entity. You know how to transform, obviously, because it needs to be in a spot. We're going to add a utility plant spawner. That's going to spawn plants inside this. We're going to move this around just so that we don't want to spawn them on the beach. We're going to spawn them right here. And add a new layer. You're going to start with with some palms. So we need to add the prefabs into here. So we're going to find our palms. I really need to add a search to the prefab browser. But straight palms. We're going to add... also, I need to rename some of these things so that they're actually showing up next to each other. We're going to add the 2 palm, the 3 palm, and then the bent palm. Should be under B. It's roughly in alphabetical order, but unfortunately, I didn't name the palms starting with palm. So these are obviously too close together. But what we can do is simply increase the minimum distance. Until they spread out. Yeah, that's a good amount. And then we're also going to need to lower them by 0.25 so that they don't stick, right out of the ground. It's kind of sort of thing. And then we're going to adjust the, let me actually make my camera smaller here so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So, I'm just going to call this guy, tree spawner. And give it a more specific name in a little bit, but, we're also going to need to change the, noise scale so that, one second, so that it's a little bit more varied. Yeah, there we go. That's a really good kind of noise. Then we can make this more circular. And then we're going to change the maximum angle as well so that we don't get these all the way up over here. Yeah, so because they're more likely to spawn on flat ground, I think. Let's do 18 degrees. Cool. Then we're going to add some more layers. We're going to add a layer of anthuriums, just some underbrush. We're going to add all the different kinds. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Save that. And the distance between these, let's get closer in because it's going to show us all the small ones. Okay. We need to add some more noise here. And the min distance, I think... Excuse me. The minimum distance should be maybe something a little... No, I think 1's actually fine. But the minimum radius, because we want these to stay away from the trees a little bit. So let's add them to be 3. And then we're going to change the noise again. The noise scale so that, yeah, they are more in weird clumps. And the threshold as well. Where's the threshold? Here we go. So that'll give us more or less. I think less is fine. All right. That's kind of cool. All right, let's save that. I'm gonna add some ferns, probably. Small fern and large fern. Classic. Large fern. These are going to have similar, although the min radius is going to be, I think probably also 1, but the min distance is going to be smaller, 0.9. And yeah, they're going to be kind of interspersed in there. You got all kinds of vegetation. But I think the threshold, what's the threshold for this? We need the threshold to be higher, and then we're going to reduce the threshold of the palms to 0. All right. And the threshold, yeah, that's a good number of ferns, I think. All right. So, this is sort of a foresty area, so you would expect the grass would actually, it wouldn't be grass necessarily. So it would be replaced with sort of a more luscious plant life. So we're going to go into the terrain editor and we're going to paint it a little bit differently. All right, we're going to replace this with this. We're going to use a different, yeah. All right, so increase the brush size because we want to do wide. Yeah, I think that's the, oopsies. Because we're so close to the grass, we need to, yeah. It's because we're replacing the sand texture with, we'll figure that out in 1 second. But, all right, so just painting, just a little bit of painting. Just sort of hit where all the trees and brush and stuff is. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We're gonna have to clean up this edge. Just so this kind of shows a little bit of the limitations of the paint system here. You're actually in any given spot, you can only have 4 different textures blending together, which means that, which is why we're getting here, because it's clashing between 2 sets of 4 different palettes. So you need to make sure that your palettes actually don't overlap, or else you're going to have this. But we're going to fix that in just a second. So the way we're going to fix that is to replace this with something that we do have in that palette, which is grass. But we're actually going to change this back to sand. And grass. So might take a couple passes, but just gonna clean that up a little bit where we see the clash. And then we go back to here. And we paint that in like that. And I'm also going to take this and I'm going to use another sort of brush here just to mix up the coloring a little bit. But I'm going to keep that away from the sand so that I don't have to do the fixes for the palette. All right, and then we're going to see what that looks like from eye level. All right. Save. Yeah, that's pretty good. There should be some rocks and stuff, I guess. But we also need something to do over here, which the most... So I'm gonna do the easiest thing in the world to make an encounter. I'm just gonna add some we need more enemies. We need more different kinds of enemies, but for right now, we have the skeletons. So I'm gonna add a skeleton spawner. Do we have a prefab for that? We have a prefab for the skeletons, I think, but not for the spawner. Well, in that case, we'll just duplicate this. You got a minor skeleton spawner. We're gonna put it over here. Oopsies. We might need to reload the game to actually get them to spawn. But minor skeleton spawner. Let's do a major skeleton spawner again. The difference between the major and the minor skeletons is major skeletons have helmets. Sorry, major skeletons have breastplates. They both have helmets. Okay. Now we're going to quickly add a path for these guys. This is going to be sort of their patrol path. Path. We're going to add a point. Going to add another point. Where is it? Yeah. Add another point. So they're just going to kind of walk around in circles here. One more point. Okay, that should be good enough. Skeleton path. Major skeletons kill me. Yeah, they do. They have the halberd. Although I actually got to push a build soon because I added some changes that should make it like a little bit easier with the parry. I think I detailed them on last stream. I can't remember. But basically, the parry window is the same size, but now the skeletons will telegraph their move earlier, so that there will be more wind up, right? So you'll have more time to see it coming. I've gotten better at fighting them, but they're still a challenge. Yeah, I mean, they should be a challenge. But, yeah, I can make them so that they're not a frustration, I think. Okay, here we go. There's a mage skeleton. Oh, actually, let's quickly add one more thing. Let's add a chest that they're guarding. Where's the chest? Okay. They'll be guarding this chest. And then I'm going to add... In there, I'm going to add an item. I'm going to add an escudo. Just going to duplicate this escudo. And then we're going to override this component. And we're going to find escudo, this one. Jakesy, sorry I'm late, but you missed all the music, Paul. We might get back to a little bit of that, but all right, let's save that. Thanks for tuning in though. Really appreciate it. So actually real quick, I'm just gonna add graphics are even crazier than usual right now. Yeah, I mean, I think they look pretty good. I'm gonna add real quick the music into here. Let's get some West Beach music again. Just so that, because there's no music here right now. Even though this is the East Beach. We're gonna have to have different music for the East Beach, but we're gonna add the music in here so that Paul can hear it. And then save the game. And we should have a skeleton fight on our hands. Oh, shit. Gotta go back to camera. This guy's chasing me. One second, I need a weapon. Let's use the Kriegsmesser. Alright. So this is, if you've seen the trailer that was released, the Kriegsmesser features in that. Alright. Destroyed him. Let's get our, escudo. I'm pretty happy with this icon that I made for the escudo. That is actually a historically accurate escudo from the 1500s, I want to say. It took a while of me doing numismatical research because I don't know. It's like it's very weird that, I mean, it's not weird if you think about it, but like basically every coin that was made back then is like very worn away. So it's like actually pretty hard to reconstruct what it was supposed to look like when it was new. Also, I've heard that apparently the coins were not that sharp, like the detail was not that sharp to begin with because they were struck as opposed to milled, whereas modern coins apparently are milled, which is I don't know. It just means they used a fancy machine to make it instead of striking, which is they take a hammer and they put the mold on the hammer and they just smack a piece of metal with it and then it becomes a coin. And those coins are, the detail is not very good. But anyway. Alright, let's quit out of here. Let's get back to that. We got 15 minutes left in the stream. Let's go to this area that we just made. Let's just size it up. Yeah. I mean, does that look like a place you can go to, Sarah, now? Is it worth checking out? Probably not quite, because it probably needs like a hook. Something interesting there, but it does seem like there's... Alright, let's travel over there. And let's give ourselves a weapon again. This time let's use the cutlass. I know you can buy some serious grog with 15 reals. Yeah, I mean, wait, I think you get 16 with a, you know what it needs? Cool rocks. We can definitely add cool rocks. Oh yeah, and you can see Ramon over there. He's the guy over there. So, let's just go over here until the music triggers. I don't know why the bird is just kind of hovering there. Look at it. Okay, here we go. We got music. So do we get 2 skeletons or what? Real quick, just gonna check the frame rate. Because it's probably gonna mess up on OBS for 2 seconds, but I'm gonna see if we got any adding all the trees impacted the frame rate. Oh yeah, 120. Yeah, it could be better. I think OBS is slowing it down a little bit, but like we could definitely do some optimization here with all these new trees. I mean, we're still hitting 120 FPS, which is good, but like I expect this to run on weaker computers than this. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't have any stamina. That's what it was. Oh shit. He really likes to just dodge right out of my weapon range. Yeah, I got him to hit his friend. Alright, anyway. Before I embarrass myself again by losing at my own game, we're gonna see if we can do something about some rocks. Alright, so we do kind of have a fun rock. I showed a little bit of this last week, but we do have some fun just like pieces of rock that we can like assemble into a bigger rock. So if I take this guy, go over here. By the way, for those who came in late, the music that's playing now is the stuff we composed earlier on the stream. But let's add some cool rocks. So, I have this sort of reusable thing called rock wall. Oh, we could... I don't know, we could say maybe the Kalinago, who are the native population of this island, perhaps they built something with these rocks, and it's worth checking out. Actually, I'm going to flatten this area. Go to terrain. Yeah, just so that we can have a flat surface to build on. Then we're going to go ahead and rebuild the vegetation so that it adjusts to the new terrain. All right. Alright, what does this look like? I'm gonna have to back off for a second. And obviously I'm gonna have to put some kind of goodie under here so that people actually feel good when they get there. But, there we go, we got Stonehenge. Alright. Let's go back and see. Kind of interesting. Or how about we just have like, instead of like the I don't know what, I don't remember what you call when you have like a standing up rock, like a menhir or something like that. We can just have like a bunch of them randomly sitting here as if they were put there mysteriously. And then we can have some rock piles as well. One second. All right, almost. Put one more of these over here. I am actually getting some Oblivion vibes from these stones just chilling here. Like, there would be, like, you know in Oblivion where you, like, find the runes just all over the place? Maybe there needs to be, like, a dungeon hole, and like, a dungeon in here that you can go into. Can we climb on the rocks? I don't think so. They're too sheer. All right, what else can we do now? Okay, so let's find out what happened to Ramon's surfboard, because there's like a weird... Ramon's supposed to be a funny character, but I haven't... He's like the least developed one, except for the dude in the cage, but like... his character is not very well developed. But where's the surfboard? Did I delete the surfboard? Maybe I did. I guess I did. 1 second. Is it hiding? No. I guess we'll have to add it back. He's supposed to have like a surfboard. Because it's like one of those like weird, when are we going to get the 24-hour live stream marathon? I don't know. I think you need to go to the YouTube channel Tokyo Spliff. He has insanely long game dev live streams. You can check out his channel. He was in the showcase as well. But in GP Direct, he was in there as well. But he's got a good channel. But as for me, am I gonna get to that level? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe if I didn't have a day job, we would do a 24-hour live stream marathon. But I'm not there yet. All right. New entity. Add component. Mesh. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna delete. 1 second. What is this called? Yeah, delete this guy. All right. Gonna go to the meshes. Surfboard. Create entity with mesh. Yeah. Here's the surfboard he's supposed to have. And then this needs to be made into a physics object. Collider. And we're gonna use... Do I have a surfboard collider already? 1 second. I do. So, I'm gonna add this guy. He's gonna be shape, resources / meshes / surfboard. There we go. We already got one. Cool. And then we're gonna make this guy a rigid body as well. Rigid body. And his mass is how heavy you think a surfboard is? Like 20, probably 15 kilo. I don't really know. I've never surfed in my life. 15 kilos? I don't know. That seems like a number. Oftentimes I need to make things heavier or lighter than they are in real life for various reasons, but okay, so he's gonna tell us about his surfboard. All right, hey buddy, isn't this a pretty island? Nice views and lots of beautiful seashells. Seems like somewhere I'd like to retire. Seashells? Yeah, this island is home to several unique seashells. I'm trying to collect them, actually. Maybe if you find some, I'll trade you something for them. Okay, this quest is not filled out yet, but he's gonna have a quest. What's with the cool looking board? It's for riding the waves. I saw some natives doing it when I was in Peru. I think it might make a sport out of it. I'm not sure what to call it yet. You want to try it? There's no option to be like, yeah, because that mini game is not created yet. But what I will do is I'm gonna paddle it with the paddle, because the stream is going to end soon, but we can have a little bit of fun before that happens and go really fast on the surfboard, I think. If we can get onto it. Okay, there we go. Whoop, okay. I think the surfboard is not heavy enough. Because it keeps tipping over. But if I make it 2... Let's just see. What happens if I make it 50 kilos? Is it going to float? Not really. But 30? It's just messing around with the... It's 30... Okay, 30 kilos floats. Will it float with me on it? Come on. Get on the surfboard. Oh, he can't. It doesn't wanna... It doesn't wanna go. Okay. There's... Certainly... Okay, wait. I got it. Okay. Ah, Okay. Can we make a floating surfboard? We can, and I'm gonna do it just by replacing this with a box, because boxes always float. And then we're gonna change the size of it, just to be roughly, just because I want a floating surfboard before the end of stream. Offset. Okay. All right, there we go. Whoops. All right, gotta get on the center. Come on. Ah, shit. All right. There we go. This is definitely gonna work. Okay. It's too powerful. Increase the mass. 50. That... There's some issues with the surfboard, but we'll figure it out. Anyway. Okay, here we go. We can go super fast. And we fall off. Anyway. It is 4 o'clock. We are getting to the end of stream. But I do want to tell you guys, before I leave you, thank you for tuning in so much. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon down below this video. And also, it needs a keel. Yeah, I know. And Wishlist the game. Wishlist the game on Steam. It is the link directly below this video. There should be a link that says Wishlist the game on Steam. If you got Steam, if you got a PC and you play games, you know, I hope you do, because I don't know why you're watching me otherwise. You should click that link, and you should wishlist the game so that when the game comes out, you will be notified immediately. Yes, Sarah, thank you for tuning in. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to peace out. So, yeah, see you guys. Like and subscribe.